some repeat customers I don't mind. Today, I got a repeat customer that I've wanted to shoot.
Oh.
We have these two little old men that come in occasionally. And they drive me insane because the one thinks that just because he's been a customer of ours for quite some time that he can just waltz into the frame shop anytime he wants and help himself to stuff. And or sit back there and watch. And there's a sign at the door that says, you know, that we can't have customers in the frame shop. Well, we have not had our audit yet this year, and they can go back and check our security cameras for a week in back, if not more. And so if they say that a customer has just waltzed into a frame shop and stayed there, I tried to explain to them today, I'm like, you guys cannot be back in here because, you know, of the audit that coming up in corporate. If corporate sees you in here and I don't shoo you guys out, I'm going to get in trouble. Oh, no, we're fine. I'm like, no, you're not fine.
Yeah.
And they just do not listen. And this guy just, oh my God, he is, and I'm not going to say he's from a different country, and he is very, very opinionated, and he thinks he's like God's gift to the art world. And I mean, he's got some gorgeous stuff, but that doesn't mean that he has the right to come in and to do whatever he wants in our frame shop. I mean, he's helped himself to tools. I'm just going to borrow this and use this for a second. No, you can't do that, sir.
Nope.
I mean, he just drives me nuts. And then today, he comes in, and of course, I'm helping him, and then I get another customer, and I'm trying to get him out of there. And then I've got customers backing up, and he's just frustrating me because he keeps asking me questions and sidetracking me. And the one lady, she saw that I was trying to get things done, and so she was very, very patient. And the other person was actually very patient as well, because they could see that I was just getting frustrated with this dude.
Yeah.
And I went and told management, I says, from now on, if you see me out here in the main area working on pictures, it's because of those two old men will not stay at a frame shop. And he's like, totally understand. He's like, if I see him in there, he says, I'll come and say something to him. I says, it won't matter. I says, as soon as you walk away, they're just going to walk right back in. Because I shoot them out twice. Well, we just like to watch what you're doing. I'm like, fine, watch from the doorway. Yeah. Because I don't need your assistance. Well, we can help you out. No, you can't. It's not your job, and it's my job, and just stop it.
Yep.
But, oh my gosh.
You're being paid to do it.
Yeah. And, I mean, the guy just frustrates the ever-living garbage out of me.
I think he's crushing on you.
No, it's not that. He's always been this way. And because he's been a customer for more than a year now. He was coming in before I started working there. And he doesn't spend a lot of money in there or anything like that, because he's very much kind of a very thrifty man. That's putting it nicely. It's a nice way of saying he's a cheapskate. So he wants everything done for very cheap. And I'm sorry, maybe in his country, that's where he's originally from, that's how they do things. They barter for prices. Well, you can't do that in our store.
Yep.
And it just drives me nuts that he thinks that that's what we're going to do. You know? No. And he just drives me nuts. But he's very, very much, he'll just do what he wants. He doesn't give a shit about the rules. He doesn't care that I tell him that he's going to get me in trouble by being in the frame shop. He doesn't care.
Right.
And I've told him that. I'm like, I can't have you guys back in here. Because then they're going over. They're not just standing at the table. The one old man was, because there's two of them together. And the other one was wandering around, and he was starting to look, he was looking at some of the customers' artwork that's in the art sleeves. I'm like, sir, I can't have you going through those artworks. I says, that's not your artwork to go through.
Yep.
I says, I can't have you going through this. Oh, I just want to see what other people are doing. I was like, I can't have you do that. That is not your artwork. I says, sir, you can't be touching that stuff. I says, this is why you're not supposed to be back in here. I says, I can't be... I says, what I'm framing back here is none of your business. If it's not your artwork, then, I'm not going to sit there and show it to you.
Yep.
I mean, they were really pissing me off. And by the time they left, I was so frustrated.
It's not a gallery.
Yeah. By the time I was done with the other 3 customers, I was 30 minutes late to lunch.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And the one customer, oh, my goodness, they're repeat customers of ours, and I absolutely love them. And I just told them, I'm like, feel free to, I says, while I'm helping this other customer, I says, if you want to start looking through the mat samples and looking at the frames, I says, be my guest, because I know them.
Mhm.
And I'm like, so they were like more than happy to like start looking at matte colors while I was like, because I was doing a quick matte cut for another customer. And so they were more than happy to do that, so that way they could they kind of I pretty much already knew what they wanted anyways, because they have a specific style. They like a lot of barnwood, and we were framing rodeo pictures for them, so they like a lot of barnwoody stuff. And so I just told them, I was like, you guys know the routine. They just picked up a shadow box, in fact, that we'd done for them the previous day. And she says, oh, we're going to bring some more stuff back in. And sure enough, next day they're back in and we're framing more stuff from them. So I love those type of customers that super easy to please. And I was talking to you, and I told him, I says, thanks so much for your patience. She's like, oh no, you had your hands full with those two little old men. Don't worry about it. I'm like, yeah, right. You think? Yeah, so from now on, things are going to get, when I work on their stuff, because a lot of times they bring their artwork in and you just slap it in ready-made frames. And so it's real easy to do, but from now on, that little old man is not allowed in my frame shop. I'm going to work on his stuff out there. But he just, I mean, God, and he talks the entire freaking time. He doesn't shut up.
Oh my goodness.
And he like confuses me and just everything else. And I'm just going to have to